Could we go back to Aleppo? Yesterday was a very contentious meeting at the UN Security Council, particularly of charges of war crimes by U.S. Ambassador to the UN Sam Power. Essentially, Russia, I'm sure you've seen the comments, Russia was kind of taking credit for, the pause in airstrikes, and basically Ambassador Power says, well, you don't get congratulations for stopping for a week from committing war crimes. So I'm just wondering, was that a personal reflection? Has this administration concluded that Russia is indeed committing war crimes in Syria? There have been other countries, Britain, France, their foreign ministers have said that what's going on in Aleppo is considered war crimes. And now, in the wake of the attack in Idlib on the school, killing over a dozen children, I'm wondering how that affects your calculation.
Over 2 dozen is the latest count that I have in that school in Idlib. Look, I think the Secretary has been equally as candid and forthright about this, and saying that what he's seeing can only be couched as violations of international law. The term war crimes itself has a very legalistic definition, and it's not for me at this podium or for us here at the State Department to make that definitive qualification.
Why is it not for you, but it was for Ambassador Power to say that yesterday?
I think Ambassador Power was simply restating what we've all said is our assessment, that these are violations of international law.
But she specifically said war crimes, and I know that we go back on this back and forth. Is there an effort within this building to make a determination of whether that's war crimes and whether that would be referred to the International Criminal Court? I mean, I know you're trying to parse this out, but I mean, she said war crimes. The Secretary said that an investigation of war crimes is appropriate. Mm-hmm. And this has gone beyond violations of international law now. I'm wondering where you are in your trajectory in terms of trying to make a determination.
It's not up to the State Department to make a determination, Elise, but as the Secretary has said, he does believe that what's going on is worthy of investigation by the international community, and the determination of war crimes is it needs to be made by an appropriate judicial process, not by one cabinet agency just making a declaration of it. I think we've been very clear. I don't think you have to look any further than transcripts to see where the Secretary's head is on what's going on here. But he recognizes that war crimes has a very legalistic definition, and that's why he wants it to be investigated. He wants it to be looked at. He wants there to be a determination by the international community one way or the other.
Okay, well, where are you on that? I mean, the Secretary made some kind of vague remark saying, well, we should consider whether we want to investigate this as war crimes. Is the U.S. calling for a formal investigation of whether war crimes are being committed? I mean, you wouldn't be alone. There's the British, there's the French. Today, UN Secretary Ban Ki-moon said something about if this school attack was deliberate, it would be considered a war crime. You're the head of UNICEF. So, I mean, it's not like you're on a limb here. And where are you in terms of working with the international community to see if war crimes are being committed?
We are still having conversations inside the international community about next steps, and I'm not going to get ahead of that.